Today, I want to talk about some of the trades that I took last week and probably the week before, and why I took that trade. As you all know, I trade price action, and price action is king because I like to keep things really simple. So, we're gonna be looking at my entry signal, like what triggered my entry. We're gonna be looking at my thought process. All right, so let's get into it real quick, and make sure you smash that like button for me and you subscribe if you like what we do on this channel. I see this weekly time frame and I see this support. Yeah, so now because of this weekly time frame, normally we would expect the price would buy from here up to like this point here. Yeah, this blue line, because that is the range that price is coming from. And this was the low. Some people could put here, some people could put here, I put here. This was the low that formed this high. So this is the range on this is weekly range. So now we'll head over to we expect price to do it to buy from here to this point. And then we go to the daily time frame. Remember that price hadn't done this at the time, because I'm showing my analysis how my thought process. So now we're not going to identify where we are on the weekly range and see how we can enter into the market. So I'm going to shift this one a little bit down to the side here. So what happened was that, and if you look at the monthly on the monthly time frame, we see that this is like a place in the market that price is really headed to, and it's going to make like a double top, right? Something like so, and then from here price could either reverse or continue going in the direction of the bulls, I mean. So now we want to see how we can get opportunity based off of the weekly range, right? So on the weekly range, we have to identify where we are currently on the weekly range. So on the weekly range, we see that some things are going on internally based off the weekly range, and that's where we now see this uptrend, right, on the daily time frame. So price is going up, making higher highs and higher lows, right? So now the first thing I see is my trend line. So I'm going to draw this trend line like so, and then I also see a support. So in my other videos I'm going to be talking about support and resistance for people that are struggling with seeing support and resistance. So we're not going to talk about it in this video at all. So we'll go to the 4 hour. We are now like, we've been able to understand the bigger picture. We are now heading towards the smaller picture to be able to dissect the story that the price of the market is trying to play out or tell us. So now, oh, actually, this was what I saw price at. I saw price here, not here. And even if I did see here, I wouldn't take it there because I didn't see any. I hadn't seen anything at the time to show that it will go up. I'm not seeing my entry trigger. So now, this was where I saw price. Actually, I saw price here, exactly here. So then for people that are trading other blocks, because I kind of know a little bit of other blocks and supply and demand zones, I see this place here in the market. Some people, this place in the market, this is called an order block because there's this huge demand or this huge green candle, right? That buyers are seated there, and then it's engulfing this red candle, right? So there's this little compression around here, and I expect price to fall back into that place. And I might have forgotten to add my RSI and moving average. So my moving average, I use 50 and 20, but because I'm using a free account, I can only add two indicators at a time. So I see that, and I see that price is currently trading at the 30. I also like my RSI to be 70 and 30. So I'm gonna be okay. It's already 70 and 30. So I just want to make it more obvious. So I'm gonna make that place um um black color. Yeah, I'm gonna make it black color. So this should be 30. So now we have that. So price was just where price was here. So the first entry signal that I saw and I posted on my other trading view, I posted it as an idea, was that I'm gonna long price from here because I'm also seeing a bullish engulfing candle. Yeah. So guys, this is a bullish engulfing candle. I'm gonna take this out so we can see. This is a bullish engulfing candle, just like we have a bullish engulfing candle here, engulfing this red one. We see that the price felt was coming from a downtrend because now it's trying to shift. The market structure is shifting on the 4 hour, from a bearish to a bullish. So the market, made this bullish bearish move on the 4 hour, and then this was the last low. This was the last high based on the 4 hour, and then price came to this zone. And what happened? Price what broke the structure here. This is a structure break. It broke the structure here. Depends on how you draw your structure break. If you draw your structure that from the body it broke it, but from the wick it isn't, it hasn't broken it yet. So for me, I would say like price hasn't broken it yet, but that was not the only thing I saw. Price went up here and it came back here to make a double or equal bottom. So I really like equal bottom, and then it also fell. There was so many confluences. It also fell on the trend line that is coming from the daily time frame, right? And it then forms, it also came into the trend line one, then it came into the other block two, then it came into, then it made a double bottom three, and then a break of structure four, and then a bullish engulfing candle on top of the trend line. That is five confluences. So my signal was really strong. So first signal I posted, I said I'm taking the trade here and I'm putting my stop loss just under this candlestick because it already swept liquidity. And then my first take profit is here, somewhere here. So this is a clean 1:4. I might have hit it already with this candle move. And then I saw a possibility of price still going further up, and so I'll tell you why now. I place another take profit at the blue line and another one on this black line, but this place is like my ultimate goal. So this would be a 1:8. So I'm currently on this trade right now as we speak. And then let's look at another entry. So we have a first entry at this place. Remember, we have the first entry here. That was based on the daily time frame, right? That was based on the daily time frame. You can see the trend line, clean trend line. So that was based off the daily time frame. Then if we were to draw another trend line, we have this, right? So this was based off the daily time frame only. Then now, based on the 4 hour time frame, yeah. So I said before that for some people this would not cut out as a break of structure because we have a week out there, right? While for others it's gonna be a break of structure, right? So it's all boils down to your perspective on things, right? It all boils down to your perspective on things. So for some people, this will cut out, and also because the price was still on under the support, because price was under the support, right? Price was under the support. Some people wouldn't take this. So this was my first entry. It was strong, but price could eventually still reverse, or but I didn't see that happening at all. So for others, this would be their clear break of structure because we have the week and we have this candlestick, um, huge candlestick above that structure. So then we have this happening, make a double bottom, and then this is where price now breaks, and then price comes back here and retest the trend line again. And not only did it retest the trend line again, if you go to the 1 hour time frame, you see clearly like it retest it again and then make another bullish engulfing candle. It's showing you that it wants to go up, guys. It's showing that it wants to go up, and then it touches the trend line again. So this was another entry that I posted, and I put my stop loss underneath here, and then my first take profit similar to the first one, right? Similar to the first one, just at the other block there, somewhere here, right? So that's another 1:4 again, guys, right? That's the second entry I saw on this one, and I posted it on my trading view as well. And then the third entry I saw was this trend line here, like this, like so. Yeah, that trend line like so. Or I think, let me see. I think it was coming from another place. Um, I can't remember again. Okay, this trend line would have worked though. This one would have worked if we draw it like this, like so. It would have worked as well. I didn't take this one like this before. I'm just seeing it now. You could put it here because there's a bullish engulfing candle there. You could put it here like so, and then you place your take profit somewhere here. This would be a clean 1:2. So you've seen how different people can get into the market, but for me, this was where I took my trade now. Yeah, I took the trade here. This was where I put my trade. I saw this bullish engulfing candle here, and I placed it underneath here. That's 20. And then I put my first stop loss is my first take profit is here. This is another 1:4. And then my second take profit is here because this is a confluence from that 4 hour trend resistance, and then weekly and monthly resistance. So this would be a good place to put my take profit right now. So the reason why I took that was, okay, I think I see it now. This was where I put my trend line. I did like this. I did it like this. I didn't take cognizance of this place because here was a liquidity sweep. So I didn't really use this particular place. I used here, my first touch, and I used here, and then I used here. And then you can see that, of course, now we have another break of structure and price going back down as a pullback. And then we have a bullish engulfing candle, and it's also on top of the daily trend line and also this little 4 hour trend line that I drew here. So that was my confluence. So that was my confluence, and then but this was my third entry, and now so this would be my first take profit here or here, somewhere here. So this 1:3.72, and it smashed that already. And then this my second take profit. So the reason why I put that as a second take profit was because I'm looking at price coming from a weekly point of view, and I see that this is the range here, this blue line or this black line in between the both of them, that price is buying from, and it's gonna definitely come here because the price cannot just reverse from the air. Now someone will say, okay, this is another other block here, right? Someone will say, okay, this is another other block here, and then like this is a resistance. Actually, this is a resistance. Price has reacted there before in the past, but then that is not the range, because on the weekly time frame, I see that price also ended as a bullish engulfing, so that gives me more confidence that the price is definitely gonna come up here, you know, up here. So, and on the monthly time frame, we could see that that blue liner is not like a week, is a week out. So I'm just gonna put it here instead. That's why I put it there. And then I know that price is definitely, there's still room for price to move based on the monthly time frame. It's gonna come all the way here. That's what I think. But I'm currently on this trade right now. So guys, that's one of the trades that I took. So I'm gonna be splitting this video into part one and part two. So this is the part one for EuroCAD. Because I like to explain, um I like to, really go into the details. So that was how I took this trade. So if we look at it with common sense, or because price action is very intuitive, we have this price break above this resistance, breaks it, and then it comes back into the zone, right? So if you took the trade from here, that would not be bad. And if you took it, I took it here because it's just above that resistance. But I place all of these entries on my trading view, on my other trading view account. The reason why some people wouldn't take it here is because it's still under the resistance, and I want it to be above the resistance. So here for me was the ultimate entry trigger for me, right? And I took it from here, and I'm currently on this trade right now. So let's see how it plays out.